Thank you for staying with us, and we are back on the next segment of this show. And before we get into Matters Innovation, we asked you the question, what are the two types of coffee that you know? What are the two types of coffee? I have some of your responses already coming in, and I'll definitely read some of them. I have Bazu kutoka Kino. So Bazu kutoka Kino anasema two types of coffee ni dark na light coffee. So, Bazu kutoka Kino anasema ni dark and light. We have Tyler from Ruiru. Ruiru anasema show imenoga. Types za coffee ni Arabica na Robusta. So Tyler from Ruiru anasema show imenoga, and the two types of coffee ni Arabica na Robusta. We have Ayako from Kileleshwa, and it's always a date on Metropole TV every Wednesday with you, Vicky. Thank you so much. And the answer without a doubt is Arabica and Robusta. Wow. And I have Richie. Richie anasema coffee ni powder na coffee beans. Hey. Wow. We'll be sampling your answers at the tail end of the show, and we know, so this is Richie from Gitaru, the one telling me that it's coffee powder and beans. We'll see if that's the correct answer or not at the tail end of this show. But thank you so much for those responses. We move on, and we're looking at the innovations when it comes to coffee. And on innovation today, we are looking at some of the trends in coffee that has made the beverage compete with other carbonated drinks in the market. Coffee, with its multiple flavor profiles and inherent benefit as an energy booster, is naturally positioned to serve a wide range of beverage occasions. This is especially true in era when carbonated soft drinks are in decline and consumers are becoming more accustomed to beverages that are less sweet than before. In adding the consumer willingness to try coffee almost anywhere and anytime, and you are left with ample opportunities for new brands and coffee innovations. We take a look at the latest and special coffee trends. But before that, we're asking you, what are the two types of coffee? Definitely we'll be sampling your responses, and thank you for those who've sent in your answers on this question of the two types of coffee. And so we look at the coffees, and first we have Nitro Coffee. So Nitro Coffee saw the extreme popularity last year that has continued through 2020, that is 2019 through to 2020. Nitro Cold Brew is a type of coffee served chilled. It's a variation of cold brewed coffee that uses the addition of nitrogen gas to create a smooth texture. Though recently created, the beverage has grown in popularity. Secondly, we look at coffee spritzers. Joining into the Nitro Coffee this year will be the introduction of the coffee spritzers. Coffee baristas are adding a splash of sizzler, water, or other carbonators to the smooth cold brew coffee and create a new drink for 2020. Then lastly, we have herbs and spices that create new coffee tastes. So some of coffee baristas have sampled culinary herbs and spices. This offered a taste of subtle yet unique flavors that aren't often associated with coffee, yet the pairing were pleasing to the palate. A taste of late which featured fresh ginger and curry sauce, and another that included dark chocolate and peanut butter. Flavors brings a different palette of coffee. Other flavors include the cayenne, the honey, and the coconut milk. The popularity of such drinks make it clear that consumers continue to seek out novel tastes and experiences, even in classic coffee. We again asking you, what are the two types of coffee? What are those two types of coffee? We're giving you the answers to this question. But before that, we're looking at the agri-facts. And did you know that coffee is the second largest traded commodity? Coffee is consumed in such great quantities. It is the world's second largest traded commodity, suppressed by only crude oil. It's our most beloved beverage after water and worth well over $100 billion worldwide. Ever wondered about the origin of the word coffee? The word coffee entered the English language in 1582 via the Dutch coffee borrowed from the Ottoman Turkish kahve, in turn borrowed from the Arabic kwash, a Semitic language, that the root dark color, which becomes the natural designation for the beverage. So who discovered coffee then? The legend has it that the goat herder Kaldi first discovered the potential of coffee. The story goes that the Kaldi, that is an Ethiopian, discovered coffee after he noticed, after eating the berries from a certain tree, his goats became so energetic that they did not want to sleep at night. So there you have it, your agri-facts and your innovation in coffee. But then we look at the question that we asked you earlier on: what are the two types of coffee? The two types of coffee definitely is Robusta and Arabica. That is Arabica and Robusta. So if you gave me that question, of course, Ayako from Kileleshwa and Taylor, you are correct. We have Arabica and Robusta. So Richie and Bazoo, who told me it's dark and light, thank you for trying, thank you for your response, but that's not the correct answer. Richie, coffee powder and bean powder, thank you for your response, but that was not correct. And it's at that point that I wrap up today's show. Thank you so very much for giving me your 1 hour. We'll definitely do this again next time on Business Center, where we shed a spotlight on matters agribusiness. For everyone who made this show a success, super producer Ceci, we have Richard, our director, we have Angulu on the prompter and the cameraman, definitely Jesse Tete, and our sound engineer Cherish. Thank you very much. Let's do this again next week. And for you, have a blessed day. I'm Victoria Amunga Murphy.